Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos for you every Tuesday. Today's video is a review of the Hemlock and Oak Weekly Planner. This planner is new to the market and it is beautiful. It is made and based in Canada, and I do have a $10 off for you with code 10Amanda. So that's backwards of what my normal code is. It's 10Amanda. And that is not just 10% off, it is $10 off. So this planner is $45 in US dollars, $59 in Canadian. And so 45 in US minus 10 brings us down to $35. They also have wonderful shipping to the US. In Canada, the shipping is $8, free with a $65 order. And in US, the shipping is $12, free with orders over $65. And it's an $18 shipping fee worldwide. All of that information is on their website. They've outlined it so well. I love when companies put the shipping information just straight out there for you, and also how long it takes depending on US, Canada, or worldwide. So if you're interested in that shipping, check that out. But I honestly cannot believe that with my code, this planner is $35 US dollars. It is absolutely beautiful. Look at this matte black. Originally, I had shared the peony, and that is the one that I had picked to share. And she said, let me send you the matte black before you do your video because it is really beautiful. And honestly, I love it so much. You know, a lot of planners are black, and so that's why I went with the peony. I mean, I'm in love with both. The peony reminds me of like ballet slipper pink. The matte black just looks so smart and very sophisticated and professional. You get 2 ribbon bookmarkers, a gold and a black with the black. And with the peony, you get the light pink that matches the peony color and a white. They are satin bookmarks and they barely pull to the edge because you guys know I always do the bookmark test. This planner was designed to help you live in accordance with your personal values. That's how they explain it on their website, their mission. And they said that decreases your stress if you're living in accordance with your personal values, and it increases your overall happiness. And personal values is defined by them as our traits and behaviors that are most important to us. And I have to say that completely resonates with me. It makes sense. If we're living with those things and towards those things that are the most important to us, then we are automatically going to be happier and have less stress in our lives. And that is what this planner was designed to do. It's ethically made and eco-friendly, and it is really beautiful. We are going to look in the peony because that's where I have done my pen test. So I'm going to move the beautiful matte black out of the way. Here's the end pages in the matte black, just to give you a look at what that looks like opened. And we're going to go through the peony now. I also wanted to show you the beautiful tissue paper it comes wrapped in. They also send you a personal note with your name on it and this dragonfly tissue paper. So it looks beautiful when it comes if you are ordering a gift for someone. This planner is 192 pages total with 10 blank notes pages in the back. The cover is a vegan leather and it is hardback. It is coated. Nothing you spill on here is going to soak in or have any problems. The peony has white end pages, and then you have your nameplate page in the front, and then you have an index in the front, and you do have some quotes throughout. Your index is helpful in just being able to locate things really quickly, like where's my year-end reflection? Okay, it's on that page number. You know, where is my core values page? Okay, it's on that page number. So I do like that they have an index, and I do like that every page is numbered so that if you made important notes on a page, you could make an index page in the back of your notes. On these graph grid pages that are in the back, you have 10 blank pages of that light gray graph grid paper, and you could make an index because every single page in here is numbered. So that is something I do appreciate. And they do have a little how-to guide up front based on, you know, their thoughts on each part of the planner and kind of what the little icons mean in their planner. And then you go into your self-reflection section. So this planner is a full scope. It is, you know, has your goal setting component. It has your daily planning. It has hourly planning. It's a vertical hourly layout. We will get into that. But you have some self-reflection questions to think back and to self-reflect before you go ahead. An introspection page And then you have a core values page, like write 10 to 15 of your most important core values and rank them in order. And then mindset reframing, reframe negative thoughts to support your values in a healthier way. And so your negative thought reframed. I do like how they have some tips on these pages in a very, very light gray. So you might be able to not see that well on the screen, but on every one of these pages, they are guiding you with tips in a very light gray. After the self-reflection and introspection and your core values and mindset reframing, now you go into your goal creation. So you write your goal in the box. What core values does this goal support? Why do you want this goal? Break down your goal into 4 milestones. What habits will you need to achieve these milestones? Highlight the most important one. Timeline or review date. Just motivational quotes are throughout the whole planner. Each page is a full goal breakdown. You have 4 goal breakdown pages for your year. And then you're going to think about creating your habits that are attainable for you. Habits that might only take 5 minutes, some that take 10, 20, or 30 minutes plus. And then thinking about your habits, your core values, your goals, plot out your ideal day here. So you have room to be able to carve out time for those things that are most important to you and think about where would you be carving out that time. I think that's really important because if we just say, I want to institute these habits, I want to accomplish these goals, but we're not thinking about where we're going to place those in our daily life, then they're not going to happen because they have to find a place in our everyday. You have holidays outlined for Canada, US, Australia, and the UK, just all here listed on one page. Then you have any important information you want to keep here. They have listed addresses, passwords, and other. You have 2021 planning. So this is your year at a glance page. And with each month laid out, of course, you could highlight vacations or bills due or days off school. And then to also make notes there if there's doctor appointments, dentist appointments. So I like that they have that graph grid there to make notes. Then you have the same layout for 2022 planning, which is good for making those health, dentist and doctor appointments ahead of time. And then you go into your January 2021. And this is your monthly page that you're going to have for every single month. What can you do to get closer to your goals this month? What milestones are you focusing on? What personal values will you focus on this month? What boundaries will you set for yourself? List 3 small positive ways you can carve out time for self-care. And then choose one habit you want to solidify and track it for the 30 days of this month. Aim for progress, not perfection. And then reward. I like that this page is very simple. It makes you aim for those things that are attainable, like tracking one habit for 30 days, not trying to work on 5 different habits for 30 days. That's kind of where my mind goes better, to focus on these small steps one at a time. And once I've mastered that habit, then add on a new one. The grass is greener where you water it, quotes on these monthly pages, and then space to plan. These are just graph grid pages for every month. So that's your January. Then you go into your January monthly layout. I do like that their graph grid is very light, but they have it on the monthly spread, because when I have lines in my monthly spread, it just helps me be able to fit more in the boxes. Your holidays are outlined here in very light gray at the bottom of your boxes. You have a to-do note section here with some tick off boxes and then just graph grid blank. They give you a monthly challenge every month down here at the bottom in very light gray. Like this one is reflect on your current phone usage and challenge yourself to turn it off for 1 hour a day this month. This simple action can decrease stress, improve sleep, and enhance memory. Our social interactions can also improve without our phone and lead us to form deeper connections with those around us. Achieving focus in your work will also be easier with your phone off and out of sight. And I agree with all those reasons that we should turn off our phone for 1 hour a day completely. So every month comes with a new little challenge at the bottom, and you do have a view at your next month right there on the bottom. And as you'll notice, you have plenty of rows that you are not sharing days ever, and you have a look at your next month coming up in a light gray and your previous month in a light gray. And it is a Monday start. I should have pointed that out first. So it is a Monday start on your monthly calendar, which matches with your Monday start on your weekly layout. Here is my pen test on your 120 GSM paper, which is 81 pound. It's really nice paper. It takes the pen well. It's not slick at all, but it's not super toothy. It's not a toothy paper. It took all my pen really well, and 81 pound, I mean, you can hear the thickness. It is thick, nice paper. And there is the back of my pen test. Nothing is ghosting through or showing through. I don't think you'll have trouble with any pens you want to use. One thing about this planner is they said with their binding this year, this is their first year, so they are still working out kinks. And you do have to give your book a good bend back to keep it open, but that is not going to break your spine at all. So do not be afraid to give it a good bend back and massage there. Here's a look at your weekly layout. You have the Monday start, like I said, and you have a blank box up top. I actually like that the boxes aren't labeled because you can use it for anything you want. It could be your focus for the day, your intention for the day. It could be the weather of the day. It could be your workout for the day. It could be your total steps for the day. You know, it could be left as a header for like if it's somebody's birthday or something important. So I love that that box is blank for whatever you want to use it for. Monday through Wednesdays on your left, Thursday through Sundays on your right. You have hourly boxes with half-hour lines in between on this light graph grid once again. I like the light graph grid all throughout this. I think it's very light, which I like, and it is a great way to help you be able to line everything up. Kind of like gives you that bullet journal feel, even though they are giving you the basic outline, but giving you some open space to do things for whatever fits you and your lifestyle also. You have from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., but if you need to go later, you have all this blank space down here. You have a goals portion on your notes side here, values, priorities with some tick off boxes, and then all this blank space along the bottom. So you could do weekly habit trackers here if that one monthly habit tracker is not enough for you. With the graph grid, it would be very easy to draw that in. You could also use it to write motivations down here, quotes, just notes that you need to take throughout the week. And since the pages are numbered, if it's notes you need to refer back to, that would be easy to do and make an index in the back. You have a full month at a glance on every single weekly page with the week you're on circled. I appreciate that too. I like the fonts they've chosen. It's just very clean and crisp. And along with your page numbers, at the bottom of the page, it also says, like, this is January 4th through January 10th. So it's just like a quick note if you're flipping. It tells you what it is. And if you're like on a July overview page, it says that's your monthly overview. That's your July overview. So as you're flipping, if you're looking for something, it's actually really easy to find dates flipping that way because they have put that down there. I didn't know how handy that could be. And also they labeled what week you're on down here, week 1. I just like to have the week there. So when you're like mid-year, you can see, wow, okay. And they like label it month 6 in June, but week 22, we're on week 22 of the year. That's just little teeny features that I appreciate. And you have a little heart here to remind you to write your workout in. It's very light. So if you didn't use that line for a workout, if you were just using it for notes or dinner or whatnot, that would be fine too. That is your basic weekly layout. How every month goes, and then when you end your month, you just go straight into your next monthly overview. Then it's your February monthly overview. You have the same questions. What can you do to get closer to your goals this month? What personal values will you focus on this month? List 3 small positive ways you can carve out time for self-care and the one habit you want to solidify and track it for 30 days. And then your big note space for every month. You can do anything you want here. With it being graph grid, it could be a mind map, it could be notes, it could be a to-do list, it could be a grocery list. So anything you need it to be every month, then you go into your monthly layout. And February being a shorter month, you'll see that you get, a lot of days, a good look into March. And then that is how this whole planner flows. So at the end, you have a year-end reflection. You end with your last week and you go straight into your year-end reflection. It says, create a list of 5 to 10 memories where you felt fulfilled, excited, challenged, or satisfied from this year. Review your value statement from this last year. Are there any modifications you want to make? If it's the same, rewrite it here. And when you're thinking about this list of 5 to 10 memories that made you feel fulfilled, excited, challenged, or satisfied, You might want to fill those in as the year is going on. For me, that would be hard to come up with all those at the end of the year, or make notes monthly on the monthly notes page. Kind of if you think this might be one of those things I want to fill in on this page at the end of the year, make a note. Then you could just go back to each one of those monthly note pages at the end and see which ones you want to add in. And then have your values changed? If not, how have you grown this last year? List 5 people or things you are especially grateful for this last year. And then a looking ahead 2-page spread. What is one action that you could take right now that will help you fulfill one of your values? How could you show love towards your friends, family, or partner in your life today? If there was one thing you could make happen in this next year, what would it be? How could you pursue it in a healthy and reasonable way? What values does it connect with? List 10 things that you want to make happen next year. So kind of just brainstorming before you go into the next year. And then your 10 notes pages on the graph grid paper. And then you end with a quote from Robert Frost. That is the end of your Hemlock and Oak Planner. All right, guys, I would love to know your thoughts on this planner. I did share it in an IGTV earlier this month. And so if any of you already picked it up from that, I'd love to know. It's a beautiful new addition to the planner market. If you are going to purchase, do not forget to use my code 10Amanda for $10 off. The link to their website will be up in my bio. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.